All right, we are live again. Now, Alex, the last time, okay, I'm not going to repeat everything because it's in the other video. We talked about a lot of things, but remember that your economics has 6 chapters, okay? Are you seeing, Alex? I'll tell you where to start writing. IGCSE economics. Remember, we have 6 chapters to go through, and we are looking at chapter 1. We have 6 chapters to go through, and yes, we're looking at chapter 1, which is the basic economic problem. Yes, the basic economic problem. And we're looking at a lot of things regarding it, okay? We're looking at a lot of things to do with this basic economic problem. The basic economic problem. We are looking at part 2 today. Okay, part 2 of the basic economic problem. Are you ready? We are looking at part 2, which is factors of production. Factors of production. Okay, I'll give you the things that we would need to finish on the thing that we talked about last time, economic goods versus free goods. I'll give you one more thing, okay? But today, I want you to write factors of production. This is part 2. We need to finish it. Factors of production as fast as we can. So I need you ready, and we lock in right now. Are you ready? Right, factors of production. So Alex, last time what we said is that we have the basic economic problem. Remember that it states that you have unlimited wants, but you have limited resources. Okay, right, Alex. The basic economic problem, what does it state? It states that needs and wants of human beings are unlimited, right? Are you writing with me? Can you write with me, please? I want my notes exactly at the end. No excuses. No excuses. Exactly at the end, once we say we're done, I want you to write 10 June 2026. I want you to submit very neat notes. Neat ones. Where you are writing with me, moving with me right now. Okay, I want you to learn to write fast so that you don't have to drag me back to say, can we go back to this? Can we go back to this? Are we together? Because time is not on our side. It's already 11:30. So we need to move. Right. Ideally, I would want to take you from 10 to 12. 10 to 12 every day. So I need you to be at your best since we're already late. Okay? So factors of production, here's what they are. We said that needs and wants, the basic economic problem, says that needs and wants are unlimited, right? Alex? Needs and wants are what? Unlimited. But resources, Alex, make sure you're going to submit this. Write neatly. Are you on the table? Are you on the table or you're in bed? Let's see. Okay, good. I want that. Well done. Let's go. You're very important. You know that you're very important. So let's go now. Needs and wants are unlimited, but resources are limited. Okay? Resources used to satisfy them. The resources we use to satisfy them are limited. The resources that we need are limited. So I don't want you to let anyone just come and tell you statements. Then you just believe it. Somebody just can come and say to you, Alex, needs and wants are unlimited, but the resources are limited. Then you say, oh, okay. You should say, what resources are you talking about? Yes, needs and wants, you're saying are unlimited. I agree with you. Because the things I want are so many. I want new shoes. Before I know it, I want new clothes. Before I know it, I want a new phone. Before I know it, I want a new cap. Before I know it, I want a new car. Before I know it, I want more money. Before I know it, I want to go on a holiday. Before I know it, I want to come back and get a new job or whatever. You see, you want to get more and more and more. It's very hard to get to a point where you say, I don't want anything. Do you understand, Alex? You will always want something. When a person says they don't want anything, it means they are content. Not that they have satisfied the things that they wanted. It means that they have realized, I can't just keep pushing, so let me just accept what I have. You understand? But there's always need for more. So the needs and wants are unlimited. But resources, so we want to focus on this word. Resources are limited. You should say, what resources are limited? Are you saying the money is limited? Are you saying the time is limited? What is the thing that you are saying is limited? Are we together? So the resources that they are saying are limited are what we call factors of production. So that's what we want to see, these factors of production that they are saying are limited, okay? Are we together, Alex? Good. The resources that are limited are the factors of production. So the factors of production are limited to satisfy these unlimited wants. So we can't, okay? Okay? And so we have to make a choice. I mean, you know that this one says we have to make choices, but we have to make choices. But now we are focusing on the resources that are limited. Let's do the resources. So I want you to write to say, are you writing? Factors of production are the resources that we were talking about. So if they ask you in an exam, what are factors of production? These are the resources used to produce goods and services. Goods and services. The resources that they said are limited. The resources used to produce goods and services. Are we together? I want you to write with me very fast. There are 4 factors of production. There are 4 factors of production. 1, land. Number 2, labor. These are the resources we use to produce goods and services. Land, we need labor, we need capital, and we need enterprise. Okay? Are you seeing? Yes, we need land, we need labor, we need move. Let's go, Alex. We need land, we need labor, we need capital, we need enterprise. So if I ask you to state the 4 factors of production, you should state it. If I ask you to define it, you should say factors of production are resources. I want to see this keyword, Alex. If you don't put this keyword, then there's a problem. They are the resources we use to produce goods and services. Oh, Alex, you're a bit slow. What's going on? I need you to move with me. Let's move, Alex. We haven't even started. We have to move. Right? Okay, good. So let's go. Right. I'm making sure I can see the chat from YouTube. Okay, good. Right. I was making sure I can see the YouTube chat. Should we continue? Let's do it. We, have, we move. So the this is, we haven't even started. Let's go. So what I want you to do, put in brackets, I like to say, no product, good or service, okay? No product in in things say good or service can be produced without using a combination of these four factors. Okay, Alex, we cannot produce a good or a service without using land, labor, capital, and enterprise. Okay? So these four LLCE. Okay, Alex? The four factors of production. What are they? LLCE. Are you seeing? Without using a combination of these four factors. Okay? Are we together? A combination of these four factors. So, Alex, we move. Why are you slow today? What's going on? You usually write fast. Hmm? Alex? Yes, and let's try to put. So, Alex, we're gonna need to use all four. I want you to be asking me questions. Let's go. I want us to use, Alex. We need to use to produce a watch. You need land, right? Where you're gonna produce it. You need the factory where you're gonna produce it. So that's the land. You need labor. Okay, you need labor to produce that watch. Some person is gonna be operating the machines or working somewhere, right? You need capital to buy the material to produce that watch, right? Is it not true? Yes. Now, then you need enterprise, which is the entrepreneurs. The risk taking. You need to take risks because you are producing a watch and you don't know who's going to buy it. So, that risk taking, that is what we call enterprise. Okay? The ability to take risks. Are we together? When you're producing a car, Alex, when you're producing a car, you need, sometimes when we say land, you know what we mean sometimes when we say land? It could be the material. Are we together? When we say land, sometimes we mean the material. The material, the if I can say it this way, original materials that we are using to then do whatever. So let's say we want to produce a car, right? We need leather seats, right? So we need leather from cows. Is it true? From cattle? To have leather seats. Right. So the leather seats are going on land because they are physical items, physical things that are required. Then labor. We need engineers, we need designers, we need technicians, people will be working to produce that car, right? Then capital, we need we need the computer chips you're putting in the car. We need the conveyor belts that are going to be moving the car from one part to another. We need the robots that will be welding. Then when it comes to enterprise, we need the entrepreneur who makes the company or who organizes the production. Are we together? All right, good. So I'll make you understand these words better. I want you to write something here to say before. Let's go. Let's move. Before studying the four factors, before studying the four factors of production in depth, it is important to understand what is being produced. To understand what is being produced. Are we together? It is important to understand what is being, yes, the goods, the meaning of goods and services that are being produced. So if we say the word goods, what do we mean? Goods. I want you to write, Alex, to say goods are physical. Products can be goods or services. And what are goods? Goods are physical items that can be touched. Goods are physical items that can be touched, that are being produced. And if you put examples, you have mobile phones, you have cars, you have bread, you have tables. These are all goods. Okay? These are all goods. Why are they goods, Alex, and not products? And not services? Why are these products goods? Because you can touch them. No. Because you can touch them. Physical items that can be touched. So the key thing here for something to be a good is you should be able to touch it. Can you touch your phone? Okay. Can you touch a car? Can you touch a table? Can you touch bread? So it is tangible, right? Tangible means it can be touched. So write that. These are tangible. Yes, we're continuing. We're just doing a quick revision and going into the 4 factors. These are tangible products. So something that can be touched is a good. And when we now say a service, so Alex, products can either be what? Goods or services, right? And still both are products. Both are being produced. They are products because both are being produced. What do we mean when we say you're producing a service? Services are actions performed for someone else. Actions performed for someone else. Intangible things. Okay, Alex? These are services. When you're providing a service, you are providing action for someone else. For example, haircuts. Isn't Alex? That's a service. Okay? Car wash. That's a service. Teaching. Are you see? Then say banking. What are you saying? Services are intangible. They cannot be touched, right? So these are services. And I want you to write below to say they cannot be touched. Services are intangible products. Okay? products that cannot be touched are services. Are we together? Are you sure? Right. Now let's put the 4 factors of production. Now that you know these 2 words, let's put the 4 factors. Let's put the 4 factors. The 4 factors of production. Number 1, land. The 4 factors of production. The first one is land. And I want you to write to say land refers to all natural resources. Are we together, Alex? All natural resources provided by nature. Alex, anything you're going to use in your company that comes from nature is land. If you use water, that means water is part of land. Okay? I want you to put some right here to say land does not simply mean the ground. So, Alex, if you're asked to say define land as a factor of production, what do you say? What does land represent? Then you give you 2 marks. Yes. These natural resources should be provided by what? All the natural resources should be provided by nature. Are you writing? Okay. So it does not simply mean the ground, okay? It includes also all naturally occurring resources. Okay, it includes all naturally occurring resources used in production. All naturally occurring resources will be part of land. Okay? All natural resources provided by nature. Examples of natural resources that we have provided by nature that we may use in production. Oil. Oil is part of land, Alex. It's a natural resource. So if they ask you to define land, say natural resource, don't say the ground. Don't let me down. Oil, fish, forests, water, iron ore, cornfields, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Natural gas. So all naturally occurring resources. Anything provided by nature is classified as land. Yes. Water. So, can I ask you a question, Alex? If you're making diamond necklaces, what is land for you and the factors of production? Yes, it's diamond. Why is diamond land? It's provided by what? It's provided by nature. It's natural. So land, it's anything. So I want you to write. Say anything. Provide anything you will use in your production process that is provided by nature is land. Anything provided by nature is classified as land. Okay? Are we together? I want you to say many countries become wealthy. Many countries become wealthy because they possess Yes, ask the question again. Ask it. Yes. Which in economics we call those natural resources, what do we call them? Alex, the key word we are studying right now in economics for natural resources. Land. Thank you. So the more the land, the wealthier you are. Well done. So they possess thank you, large quantities of natural resources. Let's write that. Large. Uh, Look at what the pen is now doing now, Alex. Is that fair? Why is it fighting me? Can you get when we haven't written too much? Why is it fighting me? Because they possess large quantities of valuable natural resources. Okay, and these natural resources in economics qualify as land, right? Let's put them. For example, huh? And you see examples. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, where there are big stars, a lot of people. What do they have? Why is Saudi rich, Alex? They have oil. Well done. They have oil. What about Norway? Why is Norway also wealthy? Free education stuff. Because they have oil as well. And they also have a lot of fish, okay? Let's come to Africa. Botswana, why is Botswana wealthy? Because it has diamonds. Okay. Yes. The largest diamond mine in the world. Okay, some say it's the Russian one, but there's one in Botswana which is either the largest or the second largest. Okay? And they also have the fifth largest diamond mine in the whole world. So they've got big, big diamond mines. Okay? When they say large, they don't mean just in size. They mean it produces a lot of diamond. You understand? Produces a lot of diamond. All right, now let's keep going. So, land, don't let me down. All natural resources provided by nature that you use in production, okay, that are used in production, okay, all natural resources that are used in production will be in land, okay. So if you are producing a car, tell me a natural resource we'll use. Yes, it is natural. That's good. Those iron ores. But tell me something that I told you about. You say, "Oh, I want a car with leather seats." So what's the natural resource there? What is the natural resource? Leather, right? Leather from the cows. The other natural resource, yes, you can say iron, which is the metal which you use to make the car, right? You can say rubber. Rubber is also natural, right, Alex? And all these things. Now, this is for land. So for it, any natural resource, if you are making necklaces, then your natural resource would be diamonds, right? That is your land. So when we say, tell us in the factor of production, prove to us that land is limited. We'll be saying, prove to us that these natural resources, you have a limited amount of them, because we said they are limited. Remember, we are trying to prove the statement is true. We're not just going to accept the statement to say that the resources are limited. What if it's people who are lazy, Alex? You understand? Maybe the resources to make the ones are unlimited. So we want to see if those resources are limited. We will see the resources that are used in production. First, resources that are used in production, we said land, which represents all the natural resources that are used in production. Okay? Now we are in labor. What is labor? Labor refers to the human effort. The human effort used in production. When we talk about labor, we are talking about the human effort. Tell us the value of the human effort used in production. Okay? It could be physical or mental. People love to only think of labor as the labor that gives you sweat. But right now we are working hard. We are putting a lot of mental effort. Are we not, Alex? Yes, we may not be builders, we may not be farm workers, but we are working. So labor is human effort. And I want you to write this, okay? Your human effort used in production. Just like here, natural resources used in production. Don't forget, when we say labor, we mean all the natural resources that are used in production. Not just the natural resources, all the natural resources that are used in production of whatever we are producing. Now I want you to write here to say, there are two types of human effort that are labor. Okay, Alex? One is physical effort. Is physical effort part of labor? Yes, because it's human effort. Labor is anything a human being does. We need to be able to say, oh, thank you for that, man. Thank you for this. So human effort, Alex. One is the physical effort by human beings. Okay? Physical effort. Okay? One is physical effort. And I want you to put e.g. farm workers put physical effort. Right, Alex? Who else? Factory workers put physical effort. Right? And that's their labor. Right? And then builders, construction workers, Alex, put physical effort, don't they? All right. Now, another type of effort is what? Mental effort. Mental effort. Examples: engineers, accountants, doctors, and teachers. Are we together? All these are part of the mental labor. Are you writing? We are moving. We are on number 2. We need to finish them, the factors of production. Now, I want you to know that I want you to write to say, labor differs in quality. The labor that requires physical effort is usually unskilled labor. Okay? So labor differs in quality. Okay? Some would be skilled labor and others. Here, some would be skilled labor and other unskilled labor. Okay? So the quality of labor, the quality of human effort is not the same. Skilled labor, Alex, I want you to say, okay, okay, unskilled labor. Okay, when you compare them to say, this is skilled labor, you're talking about the quality of that labor. Okay, the person is still putting an effort. Make no mistake there. The person is still putting an effort. Yes, it's not that we are disrespecting their effort. No, it's the level of quality. Okay, skilled labor. Yes, yes, you can put an unskilled labor because why? Workers that have more skilled, more training, they are often more productive. They are more productive. Are we together? So skilled labor, these are the okay. Where do you get skilled labor? Comes from workers with, yes, well done, with experience, with experience, or yes, yes, or if you don't have experience, what do you need? Qualifications. Yes, degrees. Or if you don't have that, then you must have training. Okay? To say, I've been trained to do this job. Where? By so and so and so. You understand? It's part of skilled labor. Right. Let's put examples of people with skilled labor who have gone through training or qualifications. People who go through training, pilots, right? Then you have doctors. Then you have engineers. Are we together? Pilots, doctors, engineers, all these represent skilled labor, high quality labor. Now, unskilled labor, okay, unskilled labor is just a different quality of labor. Are we together? Skilled labor. For this, workers require little formal training. Little formal training to do unskilled labor. They need very little training, okay? Just to be told, how do you do this? How do you put this? Okay? Examples. Yes, examples. Cleaners. Well done. And what also? General laborers. Okay? General labor. Can say general laborers. Are we together? Little from a training. And I'll need you to put a very important thing. Important notice to say. NB. Workers with more education and training are often more productive. Are often more productive. Are we together? Education and training are often more productive. Have you written this? Have you done it? Okay, now let's do the third one. We have just 4 factors of production. Let's put the third one. The third is capital. Capital. That's the third factor. And I want you to know what it means. Capital refers to man-made resources. Okay? All the man-made resources used in production, used to produce goods and services. These are capital. Okay? And I want you to say, when you say capital, I want you to say it is tested on a lot. Okay? What is capital? Man-made resources. What is land? Natural resources used in production. Right, Alex? What is land? Natural resources. Yes, that are done what? Don't just say natural resources that are used where? In production. When we are producing whatever. Yes. Yes. All right, good. So students confuse that. Students confuse capital with money. It's not only money. It means the tools, the equipment, all these things. It's also capital. Okay? So don't confuse capital with money. Capital with money. In economics, capital, yes, with money. And right to say. Well done. Well done. Write the next line. Say, in economics, capital is not money. Capital is not equal to money. Okay? Capital means the tools and equipment, the man-made resources used in production. The tools and equipment used in production. Are we together? If you are baking bread, then what tools do you need? Oven, mixer, delivery van. Those are capital goods. They are helping you to produce the bread and sell it. Are we together? Yes, that are used in production, okay? Examples of things that are capital. Examples of capital in economics, Alex. It's not money. It's machines are capital. The machines used. Computers. Are we together? Computers are man-made buildings. Buildings are man-made vehicles. Vehicles are man-made tools. Tools are made factory equipment. Machines. Machines. Machines, computers, buildings, vehicles, tools. And I want you to say factory equipment. Tools. And factory equipment. Look at this closely. Machines are capital. Computers are capital. Buildings, cars, tools, factory equipment. All these are okay. Okay. Example. For a bakery, capital would be, what are the man-made resources that the bakery uses, Alex? Say ovens, machines, the mixers, yes, delivery vans, delivery vans, delivery vans. These are equipment. This is the machinery. Okay? Are you seeing? They are helping to produce the bread. Are we together? Anything that is manufactured is capital. Fertilizer, if you're a farming thing, fertilizer is not land. It's not natural. So fertilizer is man-made, so it is capital. Are we together? Yes. Are you done writing? Okay. Let me put the phone down. Let's continue. Right. So let's put we said for a farming business, just put for a farming business. Yes. Fertilizer is the tricky one. Fertilizer is capital, not land. Why? If humans it is if humans made it, it is capital. Are we together? Last one. Last one. Last factor. Last factor of production, Alex. So write the fourth one. Enterprise. This is the last factor of production. What is enterprise? Enterprise refers to the ability and willingness to take risks and organize production. The ability and willingness to take risks. That's enterprise. Okay, Alex? That's what entrepreneurs do. A person who takes financial risks, a person who is able to take the risks. Okay? Are we together? Yes. Financially able, everything. And also gifted. You need a gift to be able to make important decisions, Alex. To start your business, you bring everything together and you're trying to get a profit. That you're an entrepreneur now. Okay? You need to be willing and you need to be able. Are we together? Ability comes from having money. So the person, from somewhere, the person who provides enterprise is called an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur. Are we together? To rent, let's say you want to start your business, you go and you rent some land, you hire workers, you buy equipment. You are taking the risk that this business might fail. So you are providing enterprise. Once you take that risk, you are an entrepreneur. Okay? What do entrepreneurs do? Entrepreneurs, one, start businesses. Right? Right, Alex? Entrepreneurs do what? One, start businesses. Number two, what do? They take financial risks. Number three, what do? They make important decisions. Okay, Alex? You need to be able to make what? Yes, you should, Alex. You're not running away from that. You're an entrepreneur, right? So you got to be able to do that. Take financial risks. Make serious decisions. Very important ones. Number four, combine the resources. So you should say combine land, combine labor, combine capital. Okay? You combine it. The fourth thing isn't, it's enterprise. You are doing enterprise by taking risks and combining all these other three factors into one. Okay? And you aim to earn profits. Okay? So without an entrepreneur, the other three factors won't be organized effectively. The land, the labor, the capital, the entrepreneur brings them together. It could be a CEO, right? The person who is willing. Okay? Okay. So aim, so when you're taking risks, you buy things, you hire, e.g., a person opening a restaurant. A person opening a restaurant. What should they do, Alex? A person opening a restaurant must, to be an entrepreneur, a person who's opening a restaurant, what should they do? They should rent, right? They should rent land or buildings, right? You need a place to open your restaurant. Is it not true? Then after you have the land and everything, what do you now do? You hire workers, right? and you buy equipment to cook. Is it not? You want to start your own, uh, you want to start your own McDonald's Zimbabwe. So you need the buildings. You need to hire the workers. You need to buy equipment, right? You need to. What are you doing when you're doing all this? You need to be able to take the risk. All this is part of. Yes. Yes. Take the risk that the business might fail. Then you. I took a lot of risks. Make no mistake about that. I took a lot of risks. Make no mistake about that one. Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I don't know. I'll keep quiet. I do. I know. I provided enterprise. So this person who's doing this is providing enterprise. I'll tell you. Okay? I'll tell you. You get good grades, then I'll tell you. This person. No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. So, Alex, now what happens is, you know what you can do? You can own a factor of production because companies need these factors. So you can own something here. You can make a company of engineers and loan them out to firms. You understand? Because they need engineering labor. You can have cattle. Yes. You can have cattle and start to sell leather. You can have machinery and you can rent it out. You can have something. You can own these factors. So you can sit and own and choose one factor of production. Yes, that's a factor of production. So you are owning a factor of production. You can now lease it. You can rent it to firms. Okay? You can make them available to firms and receive what we call factor income. So we're going to talk about it. That is what we'll look at in the next thing. We'll talk about, we'll bring in all the four factors of production and we will see how you can own one and get what we call factor income. Are we together? Because what you know is that for a company to produce a good, it needs all four. So you can own one and you can use it to get income. Make it available to a firm, a big firm, and then use it to make an income. Right. That is what we'll look at in the next lesson, right? Good. So remember the factors of production. I need you to know for me the four factors of production, what they are. I'm going to give you questions and I'm going to need you to answer them. Good. Well done.